Hello everyone, I hope that you all are doing well. That's interesting. My visualizer's not showing up, I wonder why. Because it's not in here? That's unusual. And by unusual I mean kind of stupid. What's going on? Man. Give me just one moment. This is interesting. This also means my mic is not here. Scene. Okay, there we go. I don't know what's going on there. Give me just one second. Pardon me, let me just confirm something really quick. Okay, so everything seems to be working appropriately, and unfortunately the mic is picking up the heat it's blowing right now. So I got that little static rumble in the corner, but hey, that's the way things go sometimes. Anyway, yes, hello. Good morning. I hope you all are well. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit. I believe we're on a new game already. So yeah, this is What Remains of Edith Finch. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's make sure my chat is up where it belongs. Yeah, this is one of the most emotionally impactful games I have ever played. And I'm feeling a certain way right now, and I've got thinking about certain things and projects that I want to work on. And I decided to replay this game because it, like I said, it's very impressive.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay, she's sorry, but she's also really low. So we'll move this back up one, which I think will be enough. Yeah, we're going to see how this sounds.
I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay, I think that should work in terms of my levels. We'll see how it goes.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
This game is really gorgeous, and everything about it is impressively beautiful, but also really somber. It's just like in every last thing about it.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Okay, my controller was buzzing.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
This property is protected by video surveillance. I don't remember, was it actually?
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
I also love the way the...
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I also love the way the text, once it's there, just breaks away and fades off into the screen. I don't know that's an earth-shattering design
I
choice.
haven't driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
I don't know that that's an earth-shattering design choice, but it is very appropriate to the scene, which is the important, or the tone of the game, which is the important part. Hello, dear. He would have chosen an easier
The
way
truth
out of
is,
there.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay, you know what? We're going to plug the controller back in, because I did not remember the mouse controls feel slightly clunky. So let's see if, no, I just plugged it in, so I don't know if this is going to work either. Oh, come on, really? We're going to do this? Hang on a second. Controls. Well, maybe not. Alright, you know what? Whatever. We'll just go with the mouse. Can I just go down this side? I can. You're going to make me crawl through the door, aren't you? Interesting thing is,
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
it's so long ago that I played this that I barely remember any of the, I remember the emotional impact of the story and some of the details, but not all of them, and most of the mechanics I can't remember at all. So this will actually be a pretty fresh
For the first time in years,
replay.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
So much fish. Give me 1 second here. Sorry. Didn't mean for that to happen to you. Can I turn on the light? I guess not.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
It's so well written, too.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
All these books. I don't remember whose they are.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Yep.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
It sank?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Oh, we're already in here. Okay.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I'm starting to like Edie.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
So Molly's room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Interesting. Call of the Wild. So this is actual some real titles
Inside
here.
for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Hmm.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Fish. Hello, Fish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Love how Christopher knocks the letters out of the way. Damn, this game is so dark. I realize it's supposed to be nighttime, but... How do we get out here again? I think she goes out the window, doesn't she? Let's check the graphics. Resolution, quality, ultra. There's no way to change the gamma on it, alright. This is one of the things that drives me bonkers from a accessibility perspective. Is not having the ability to change the amount of light in the room.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I don't think the candy would have been very satiating, but then she is a small kid. That's the one that we go out.
I kept eating and eating.
Ugh.
I ate a lot of things that night.
And that's what happened to Molly.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Great, so now where do we go? I can go up here. Can I go up? Oh, I can.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
How do I get up there? Oh, there we go. Can I go down here? Where'd a bird? I didn't particularly care for this one. The jumping and the up and down. Set off my motion.
And I almost got her.
Set up my motion sickness a little bit the first time that I played it. Oops. Can I get on this chair, please? Okay, yeah, this is getting to me. Fuck.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh boy.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
I forgot how brutal this game was.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Poor shark.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
So I don't have any up and down control right now. Alright, you know what? We are just a couple of minutes away from our next ad break, and this section of the game is triggering my motion sickness a little bit, so I'm going to be right back. Okay, so yeah, one of the things about this game that I had forgotten from my first playthrough was I did it in sections, right? Which I think I'm gonna have to do again. Because some of the scenes, like this one, really set off my motion sickness. So we are going to... I'm going to see if I can get through this part, because I think it gets better after this. Any first-person games that have significant, like, body movement.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
It's brutal, kid. Yeah, this story. How you doing, Brian? I had forgotten. This game left me with a, like, deep appreciation for...
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
It left me with a deep appreciation for the storytelling and just like everything, right? And I think the way games sometimes do. It's like the continuing memory was just how great it was and how awesome the environmental storytelling was and all of that stuff. I had forgotten how brutal it was, though. And also, it is, it's doing a number on my motion sickness. But I think that's going to get better as the game goes on. Yeah, it is great. It's the first game I think of when it comes to, like, people talk about games that have an emotional impact. Or great storytelling. This is always one of the first ones that pops into my head. Okay, dude, seriously. I don't remember how to do this. Is it the car? No. Can I go back over the side of the ship? Oh god, the friggin' body movement. Jesus Christ. Controls, audio, graphics. Can I, like, deaden that some way? Mouse sensitivity, reticle off, camera control, normal. Inverted, normal. No, we're going to leave it on normal. Okay. So what do I do? Nope, it's not that. It's not the car. We're on the ferry, I guess, right? Right. I can't move the buoy. Give me just a second here. did that.
Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Are we gonna eat this guy? I guess so. Every time that thing flashes forward, I'm closing my eyes. Like, that's what I have to do in order to manage my motion sickness.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Where's the guy? Maybe I should go out here? Oh, Jesus Christ.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Jesus.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Wow. Yeah, I knew it was a lot. But that's like a lot.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Unfortunately, unfortunately, the game is really doing a number on me motion sickness-wise. I was thinking about flipping over to another game, but I don't think that's going to work for me right now. So I'm going to go, give my eyes a rest, and give my feet a chance to get used to being on the ground again. And it was way shorter stream than I had intended, but sometimes that's the way it goes. So I'm going to head off. Everybody, I hope you have a good day, and I will not see you tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment at noon, but planning for Friday. So thanks again.